The fracture had changed everything. Time, once steady and predictable, now whispered secrets in ways no one could fully hear. Even the smallest disruption rippled endlessly, touching lives, places, moments that were never meant to be touched. Kael had hoped to reach her, but the universe had another plan. It had a way of testing the limits of love and ambition. Sometimes, hope is stronger than reason. Sometimes, the impossible seems the only path worth taking. The lab, once a haven of control and precision, now trembled with life of its own. Objects shifted subtly. Walls bent slightly, like reflections in a warped mirror. Even the faint hum of the energy cores seemed to pulse with unease. Every corner whispered warnings. What you are seeking is not yours to find. Kael ignored them, because he knew the truth. Love does not wait for permission, and he would not wait for caution. He studied every anomaly, every spike of fractured energy. Hours stretched into days, days blurred into nights. And then he heard it. A voice, faint, broken, impossible. Kael, it tugged at his consciousness, weaving itself into the edges of his mind. He listened again and again. Every repetition strengthened the thread that connected them, across time, across reality itself. Time no longer flowed as it should. Small, imperceptible cracks appeared, invisible to most, but screaming to Kael. Each fragment became a doorway, each doorway, a path to her, and somewhere within these fractures, she waited. Not in the past, not in the present, but between moments, suspended, waiting brute force would not reach her. Time was too fragile, too unpredictable. So he built a new instrument, a device to map the fractures, to navigate the impossible, to touch what should never exist. Every connection, every circuit carried risk. One misstep could destroy the fracture or erase her from existence entirely. But Kael had never let danger dictate his choices. And then she appeared, not fully, not safely. A fragment of consciousness trapped between moments. Her face pale, her eyes wide and searching. Her voice trembled. Kael? It was not a greeting, it was a warning, a plea, a reminder that reality itself could not be defied without cost. He reached not with machines, but with his very being. Every memory, every hope, every ounce of love and despair coalesced into a single act. The fracture responded, light bent, energy rippled. And he understood, reaching across time is not science, it is trust. Trust in what remains. Trust in what is lost. Trust in what cannot be fully known. The fracture grew, slow, trembling, hungry. The voice grew louder. Hey, don't, but he ignored it. Fear was a luxury he could not afford. Hope demanded action. Love demanded defiance. And Kael had always chosen to defy. The world dissolved around him. The lab vanished. The city above disappeared. Only the fracture remained, alive, chaotic, and beautiful. And within it, poor constant. Her Kael realized he was no longer merely observing. He was inside. Inside time itself. Her form flickered. Fragile, fractured, yet undeniably real. Their eyes met in that gaze. Every unspoken word, every memory, every loss was answered. Yet the moment was fleeting. Time itself fought them. The fracture trembled. Every second together threatened to collapse reality. But in that fleeting connection, they existed. Kael, a whisper carried through the fracture. Not fully here, not fully gone. A promise, a warning. Kael knew, in that instant, this was only the beginning.